Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners. Why am I saying this right now? Because I'm about to do a reaction video. And if I do this reaction video, when I do this reaction video, I mean, more than likely it will be copyright claimed. So I am stating this, and it's going to be in the description below, that this exists so that way this act exists so that way I don't get in trouble. Basically. Okay, on to the video. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be doing a reaction video to a reaction video. The reason why is because I'm trying to do everything I possibly can in my power to, when I react to a video, not get a copyright claim or strike. You get 3 strikes, it's over. Done. You are forgotten from the deepest, darkest pits of YouTube, and they don't like that shit. So I thought maybe if I react to one of Gator's videos, Gator Martin, then maybe I won't get a copyright claim because he's reacting to a video that I'm going to react to while he's watching a video. Your mind was blown just now, wasn't it? Okay, the only problem is I just did this a second ago. I don't know how to get rid of the echo. Let me play around with some settings real quick and see if I can get rid of this echo bullshit. What if I turn my desktop audio off? So that way the only thing that is being recorded is the microphone from my phone camera. So that way there's no echo. Let's try it out. So this is a video on Gator's channel from 4 years ago. And he is reacting to a video by Mr. Nightmare, which is 3 disturbing true blackout horror stories. So this is a video I have never seen before. So here we go. Never seen this.
One of the basement closet doors creaking. I took a peek.
You better creak your ass back upstairs. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know why I paused it. That caught me off guard. What the fuck?
It's okay.
What? I kind of want some popcorn. That sounds good.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Nah, where you going? Where you?
You are one goofy motherfucker.
You ready? Sup? So.
Fuck.
I'm so ready.
Speaking of blackouts, we just had one earlier. Now, wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on a second. There are two different types of blacking out. There's being blacked out drunk, which sucks. Actually, they both suck. And then the other one is power outages. We had one of those earlier. And it sucked. It was like for an hour, I think, that we were without power. I wasn't here. I was down at my mom's. But still, it sucked. And it really sucked because my data wasn't working. And it just goes to show that we as a society rely too much on technology. Pepper, what do you want? I don't know what you want. Come here. Come here, say hi to the camera. Come here. You're gonna say hi to the camera. Say hi, Pepper. Say hi. I don't know what she wants. I really don't. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
I used to work as a construction worker and engineer in the Philadelphia area in my early 20s. My co-workers and I would do basic work like constructing add-ons to
She's a
all
good
these
girl,
different
though.
structures like adding basements to buildings.
What?
One of our jobs in 2012 was to construct a small basement area and extend the main floor for a corner dentist building.
Corner dentist building.
You already fucking up? So you're in the basement? So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
The basement was to have the bathroom and 2 big storage areas. We were making serious progress. By the time of the story, we had working lights in the basement already.
Alright.
The basement
You want
had
out?
just been sealed off, so there was no longer a big hole in the ground.
There.
And since the lights were working down there, we had a source of light while we worked.
She'll be banging on the door here in a minute, probably.
One of my coworkers, Jordan, went upstairs and then outside to help with work on the add-on section outside. I was tinkering with the electrical components a bit. I was no electrician, but I had a basic understanding of what I was doing. But suddenly the power went out.
Fuck.
I knew it had nothing to do with what I was doing. I figured there must have been a power outage in the vicinity.
Stop assuming.
The 4 of us didn't keep our phones on us due to the nature of our jobs, plus how dirty our hands would get. We
So
all kept them in our jackets that we hung upstairs. But luckily, one of the tools we kept in our vests were flashlights.
Always good to have a flashlight on you.
For my flashlight, though, I started to hear a rattling noise. In the closest way I could come to describing it was a bag of coins being shaken. Not exactly, but close enough. It seemed to come from inside the tiny, soon-to-be bathroom. I took the flashlight out to the pouch of my vest and aimed it towards the bathroom section. We had already put up a door, and it was slightly closed to be covering my view from the actual room itself.
no.
It didn't sound like any kind of infrastructural sound, so I had to imagine it was one of my coworkers. I went to the door, and as I ran my hand around the side of the door, I waited a second before pulling it open, just because I needed to gather my bearings. But when I did swing open that door, my flashlight revealed some person dressed in all black, standing facing the corner of the tiny room so that I couldn't
Fuck
see their
that.
face. That is, until
It's
the
like
person
getting
turned their head
jumpy.
like a deer reacted to a sound in the woods. All I saw through the flashlight was the glow in their eyes. I slipped and went up the stairs in my heavy boots, looking for my coworkers. They were all...
It's dark as fuck. Oh shit. Yo. Oh, you're
outside, apparently about ready to pack up and call it a night since the power in all the nearby buildings had gone out. I counted 3 of my coworkers, so it couldn't have been any of them in that tiny room. I asked all of them if anybody else who worked in that building had been there at all that night. They all shook their heads no.
Oh hell.
So at this point, I had to lead to the creepy stranger in the basement.
No, you didn't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't gotta do all that. You don't have to do all the see. Because now popcorn bomb as well. Now you doing
You like
you
popcorn.
extra. Okay? You doing a whole lot of unnecessary shit. You know? You should have what you should have did was heard that shit, right? Heard that noise, that jingling, whatever. Right? Hauled peoples, and y'all should have stuck together until sunlight, until the break of dawn. You know?
Till the break of dawn, huh?
You already out of that fucked up situation. So, but now you about to go back into the fucked up situation? That shit makes no fucking sense. This popcorn does. This popcorn makes a lot of sense.
You always into them
They followed
popcorn,
me to
aren't
the
you?
basement and to the tiny room.
Damn.
As I feared would happen, that person I saw wasn't in there anymore. Or the entire basement, for that matter. I was obviously embarrassed when they didn't believe me, but I wasn't going to hold them hostage and make them believe me. So we all went back outside and packed up. I was the one with the key to the building, so I had to lock up when everyone left. After getting into my car and seeing the others drive off, I can't describe it, but I gotta...
I think I have an idea. I think I could stream a game on my PlayStation, record my webcam from my phone, and then sync the video together and make it a gaming video. It's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that, actually.
feeling inside of me that made me want to go back down into that basement.
What? Why would you want to go back down there? Oh, you goofy
Y'all know what that means, right?
motherfucker.
For some of y'all that don't know what that means, this
What the fuck is that?
means it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm confused as fuck. Because why would you go back down to the shit? Part of me still wants to go back down there. Bitch, that's that bullshit talking to.
It is that bullshit.
That person I was sure that I saw.
She's seriously
I took
whining
a
at the
deep
fucking
breath,
door right
got
now.
out, unlocked the door to the building, and went back down to the basement.
She's very spoiled.
The power was still out, so I walked down the stairs with 2 flashlights on, the one I was using before, and now my phone as well. I made it to the bottom step and then stopped. The dead silence in this cramped, unfinished basement, mixed with the fact that I was anticipating a sound, freaked me out to the point that I was about to turn around and go back upstairs.
Why did you?
And suddenly, I heard the rattling again,
No, you didn't.
coming from the tiny room again. I didn't even look, but when I heard it, I felt my heart in my throat, and I stormed up the stairs.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. You're probably confused why a second ago it was night and now it's day. It's because I quit recording hours ago and I just woke up. So I got my coffee and smoked me a cigarette. I'm going to finish reacting to this video. The video will be in the description below.
Thank God it was a Saturday, so I wouldn't have to be back until Monday. I made sure not to work alone, and thankfully we finished the work within a couple weeks, and nothing else really strange ever happened.
Really? That's good.
Fuck you.
What the fuck, Kate?
It was a normal night in the cold month of February. My wife and I were watching a late-night movie in our room in bed before going to sleep. At some point in the movie, the TV suddenly shut off, and the room went dark. My wife heard simultaneous grunts and annoyance. The lamps,
Kids, that is why you
clocks,
shouldn't
everything went
smoke.
out, so the power must have gone out. I told my wife I'd go outside and check if the neighbors lost power, too.
I told my wife,
You have a wife?
if any of us, if either one of us go out there and check on some shit, that's a divorce right there. There's no reason for you to go check shit out, right? Outside. Fuck your neighbors. Fuck all of them, right? TV just went dark. Dark outside. You don't see no street lights. You don't see nothing outside. It's just darkness. There's no reason. You already know it's a blackout. You feel me? No. Fuck.
I opened the front door and stepped out onto the stoop for only a second or two because it was freezing outside. But I could see lights on in the neighbors' houses, so it seemed to be just us who lost power. We have a fuse box in a small boiler-type room in our basement. It seemed unlikely it could have anything to do with that, but I had to give it a shot. I had no idea what else I could do. I went downstairs with a flashlight. One weird thing about our house is you have to walk down the stairs to get to the basement door. Like, the door is literally on the basement level.
Fuck that.
Bitch, it's dark as shit down there.
It is dark as shit down there. You're right, Gator.
It's dark as fuck. It's dark as fuck out. I just spit everywhere. It's dark. Man, come on, yo. You don't need a basement. Why do you need a basement? You don't need a basement. Basement, my ass.
I was tired, so I kind of slowly and lazily stomped down the steps. When I got to the basement door at the bottom, I turned the doorknob and tried opening the door. It wouldn't push open, though. I tried a little harder, but it still wouldn't budge.
What the fuck?
My wife must have locked it. I went all the way back upstairs to ask my wife where she put the basement key. She got out of bed and said she'd get it for me. I followed her downstairs to the kitchen where we had a key hanger. She flipped around.
Okay, I'm back.
I went all the way back upstairs to ask my wife where she put the basement key. She got out of bed and said she'd get it for me. I followed her downstairs to the kitchen where we had a key hanger. She flipped around the many keys until she pulled off the basement key and handed it to me. She then went back upstairs to the bedroom, while I went back down the stairs to the basement door. I put the key in the lock and turned it to the right. Then tried opening the door again, but it still wouldn't open. I went back up the stairs and called for my wife to come down. When she did, I asked for help like a child, since she was the only one to ever lock this door. She came down the stairs with her flashlight, making fun of me for not being able to use a wooden door. And before she even tried using the key, she turned the doorknob and gave one good push, and the door creaked open. I was dumbfounded. I swore up and down the door wouldn't open. Then I joked that I loosened it up for her. Once again, she went upstairs to the bedroom. I entered the basement, flicking the light switch on, which only led to more darkness.
Oh my god.
Flashlight still in hand, I went to the boiler room. When I got inside of there, I tinkered with all the switches, flipping them from one side to the other, until finally the lights in the basement flicked on.
Damn.
I was relieved. I shut the tiny door to the fuse box. Just then, however, there was a sound from outside of the boiler room. The sound of one of the basement closet doors creaking. I took a peek.
You better creak your ass back upstairs. What are you talking about? And I feel like your wife is in cahoots, because why is she the only one that locks that door? You know, why is she the only one that knows where the key is to the door? That's a little sus, don't you think? Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
At both of the doors. One was closed, the other was slightly cracked open.
Man.
My heart started beating faster as I went over to the door. I stood about 2 feet away from that door, listening. For some reason, it took until then for me to think. Why? How would the switch in our fuse box for power be switched off all of a sudden? Then I started to think. What if the basement door was never locked? What if someone was simply pulling it shut? After a few moments of silence, I heard a deep exhale in the closet. I took off for the stairs,
Fuck you.
This time making sure to lock the door behind me.
I'll be damned if somebody gonna hold, what are they doing, like, got like a piece of string, and they're opening and closing the door from the outside. Would you even be able to do that? I don't know. But fuck that.
I never ran up a flight of stairs so quickly in my life. I ran to our bedroom and yelled in distress to my wife. I was not acting like the man of the house at all. I'll admit I was too afraid. I did call the police, though. At some point after the phone call, before the police arrived, we heard the sound of glass breaking outside.
Coffee is already
I
cold.
looked out my window, but it was too dark to see anything in the backyard.
This cup does not
When the
keep
police
the coffee
arrived, I
warm.
led them quickly to the basement, but by then the closet door was completely open and it was empty. We also noticed shattered glass in one corner of the basement and things knocked all over the floor. Whoever was in the closet managed to climb up a ledge where we keep collectibles, smash the window, and climb up out of the basement to the outside.
Fuck.
In other words, they escaped and were never caught. That night, we kept the basement and living room lights on all night, locked every door in the house. The next day, we had the glass fixed. We don't even live in a bad neighborhood, so it's really scary to think that something like this could happen to basically...
The neighborhood I live in is not bad. It's not great either. But it's not terrible. It's down there, like probably about 15 blocks that way. It's not the greatest neighborhood. But right here where I live, it's not that bad. I mean, a couple years ago, we did get the occasional mannish looking hookers just hanging out in the back by the train track smoking crack. Oh, God. What is wrong with the world? I seriously want to know. Anyway, back to the video.
Anyone.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, you need to talk to your wife, because I feel like she in cahoots.
If this is story number 3, we're only at 13 minutes and 44 seconds. Does this mean that Gator is just going to be talking for like 15 minutes straight? I mean, that's fine. I'm just kind of wondering. Unless this story's going to go on for a while. 15 minutes straight. That math is not correct. I didn't finish high school. I suck at just about everything I do. Math. I suck at math. For sure. I was pretty good at English, though.
I work as a janitor at a commuter college campus I won't disclose for my own privacy and safety.
Okay.
My job entails cleaning...
Oh, and if you notice from the last video, I got rid of the echo by muting the desktop audio and just using the microphone audio from my phone that I'm recording my webcam on. So there's no echo, if you notice that, which is nice. That's perfect. I didn't want there to be an echo.
In the hallways, classrooms, and bathrooms of varying buildings on campus. But usually I work later hours in the day, like 1 to 9, when the campus is less crowded. It was a stormy night in the summer that I was working. The college offers summer courses, obviously, so yes, I work in the...
Whoa. He say 1 to 9? Is that like 1 in the morning? 9 in the morning? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be working like that.
This was during one of the biggest storms we've had that year.
Right.
Extreme winds mixed with a torrential downpour.
Mm.
It was later in my shift, anywhere from 7 to 8 o'clock. I was currently in the activity center hall, which didn't hold any classes, just a big ballroom, a small theater, and varying classroom-type rooms used for general purposes. It was usually one of the quieter buildings on campus, apart from when events were being held in it. I very well may have been the only person in that building at that hour. I was cleaning in the downstairs section of the building, which held the game room, when suddenly the whole place went dark. Except for the red glow of an exit sign near the doorway to the stairs.
I think my dad came up with this. There should be a band called Exit, because that way, when the band goes to play at a stadium anywhere, they'll already have their name in the place. I thought it was great. I thought it was pretty clever. I'm sure there's a band called Exit. I don't know. Probably not.
Why that be red?
The power shortly went out. I took out my phone and called one of the other janitors who was working in another building.
Bitch is gone. tell you what, if I was your coworker, if I was like another janitor working with you, and that shit happened, expect me to be 6 miles out, already in my house, chilling, watching Stranger Things, season 3. Which they need to hurry up and drop a trailer for it, like a legit
That's what's
trailer.
up. I have not watched Stranger Things since the first season. That was all the way back in 2016. So it's been a long time since I've seen Stranger Things. So I've only seen the first season, which was good. I absolutely loved it. But for some reason, I stopped watching after that. I don't know why, but I did.
I'm telling y'all, if you with me and something clucked up happens, don't expect me to still be in that same area in which the clucked up that something happened. Like, nah, that's not how we rocking, that's not how we rolling, that's how we hauling.
The power went out in his building too, which meant the whole campus probably lost power due to the storm.
Shit.
After hanging up, I figured my job down there was done, so I followed the glow of the exit sign, but nearly shit myself when I saw someone peering their head from around the stairway.
Fuck you.
I called out thinking it was maybe someone who worked in the building, but before I could even really say anything, they disappeared upstairs.
See,
you know, I doubt
Ran to the
it's
stairway
someone
to
that
try
works
and
in the
follow,
building.
given that I would have to most likely
Pretty
lock
doubtful.
up the building now and had to make sure everyone was outside. Quite frankly, when I got upstairs, I didn't know what to do in the total darkness. There were very few backup lights that were still lit in case of blackouts, and they were very, very dim, only lighting up basically a little around their immediate surroundings. I started calling out in the dark, seemingly empty building that I had to close up. Everyone and anyone must get out. The hallway in this building did one big circle around the big ballroom, and backup lights were distributed throughout the hallway. However, like I said, they were far between and extremely dim.
I mean, that's cool and everything, right? And it seems like you know the campus inside and out, right? A whole 360. But do you know anything about Adidas? You know anything? No?
No. I don't have Adidas. But if I did, I would grab those Adidas 3000s.
You know everything you need to know about the campus, but nothing about Adidas.
Gator, you need to start your own. Start your own. What was I gonna say? Start your own Adidas campaign. I think you should be the new spokesperson for Adidas. I think it would work out very well for you, Gator.
I started doing my round through the hallway, and I was pretty sure I heard footsteps behind me. I turned when I was under one of the backup lights, but I didn't see anything behind me.
Of course you didn't.
I continued around the hallway, checking each room. When I checked the last bathroom and found no one, I figured the building was empty and safe to lock up. Walking to the front of the building, I heard footsteps again. This time I knew someone had to be behind me. I turned and saw a silhouette standing in the dark just beyond one of the dim lights. I called out, "You have to leave the building." But the way they were standing there just made me uncomfortable. And just then, they turned and ran the other way out of sight. I didn't know what to do, but chasing someone and physically removing them from the building was above my pay grade. I continued for the front door, planning on calling campus police. When I got to the front door of the building, I turned back to the darkness that was the lobby of this building, and about 20 feet away from me,
I don't know why, but I'm like fucking itchy everywhere. And that shouldn't be the case because I don't remember getting bitten by mosquitoes. The only thing I could think of is maybe I was playing in poison ivy. Because I got a fire pit back there, and I constantly go out and get wood and shit. So when you do that, you gotta touch the fucking wood. I probably got poison ivy. If so, it ain't no big deal. I'm just wondering, like, what the fuck? I don't like it. I don't think anybody goes, I am really loving this poison ivy right now. I love being itchy. I love it. I don't think anybody does that. Do you know anybody that, like, loves to have poison ivy? I sure don't.
I saw that silhouette again, this time hiding behind a half-open door.
Oh, damn.
I say silhouette because all I could see was a black figure. I didn't see any body or facial features.
He's, like, super jumpy. There was, like, a light flash right there, and he just jumped like a big baby. Sorry, Gator. Sorry. I love you. I'm a big fan of the channel. Been watching you for fucking years. Excuse me. I've been watching you for years. But you are one jumpy motherfucker. You need to calm down. You need to collect yourself. And be thankful. I don't know.
I left the building and called the campus police.
Stop
A couple of them came to check out the building, but they couldn't find anyone. Later that night, I got a disturbing phone call. It was campus police. They asked me to describe the person I saw the best I could, but I truly couldn't. I couldn't see anything about them. Then they dropped a bomb and told me there was a killer
bomb?
in the area.
Oh. See?
I did not
That's
see that
That's
coming.
what I'm talking about. If you would have had your Adidas on, your Adidas would have told you everything you needed to know.
I need to start working out. So I can get fit. Like him. He's pretty fucking fit. And I'm thinking, you know, my one problem with that is, even if I were to work out, I love food a little too much. I love fast food a little too much. I am obsessed with Taco Bell. Whenever, every chance I get, I go to Taco Bell when I get money. I go to Jack's Pizza. Shout out to Jack's Pizza. Not sponsored. But if you've ever been there, I got some good ass pizza. Meat lovers. It's like probably $30 a pizza. It's insane. But I'll tell you one thing. This shit's worth it. Because it's fucking good. I'm getting way off topic.
Oh, about the black silhouette. About the person standing 20 feet from away from you. Okay, see, I feel like I merged all my words, so I'm gonna run it back. Okay, see, so that's the shit I'm talking about, right? See, if you were to have your Adidas, right, and depending on what Adidas you have, it would have told you anything and everything you needed to know about the black silhouette, about the person that was standing.
I'm back once again. Had to get more coffee. I don't usually drink this much, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to backlog, record a bunch of videos, so that way I'll have content to upload. And there's some other stuff I'm going to do besides reaction videos. I want to do some more album rankings. Anyway, video's almost over, so.
20 feet away from you. All I'm saying, just saying. Well, I think it's the Adidas, 16,000s? Yeah, that can tell you anything.
I thought it was the Adidas 3000s. Now it's only the Adidas 16,000s? I don't remember that.
You don't even need to talk to
Why'd
me.
you change it, Gator?
Because your Adidas 16,000s would absorb all that information from within. Let's say the person is like within what 50 feet from you, right? 16,000 zone, right? They would have absorbed all that information about that person, anything and everything that you need to know through the Adidas 16,000.
I'll have to get me a pair.
All that, is in the shoes. Come up to your head, and boom. You know everything and anything about that person. All I'm saying. So you would have known that the person that was 20 feet away from you was a goddamn killer bee.
And was spotted by a local resident near the college campus. When I hung up the phone, I felt a shiver run up my spine. I didn't get much sleep that night. I also didn't feel safe at work for a while after that.
Oh. It's time to do day shift. I don't like the way that just on. It's time to do day shift. Fuck you talking about.
I swear to God. It sounded like he said, it's time to do gay shit. When he said it again, I heard what he actually said. Regardless, I was like, hang on, what?
Nope, you got it. I've experienced one blackout in my life. That was when I was living in North Carolina. And, y'all, I don't know if you ever experienced a blackout, but blackouts are nothing to be messed with. They're nothing to be fucked with at all.
Yesterday.
Like, they are nothing to, like, no games are to be played when you have a blackout in your neighborhood. Because when you have a blackout and it's at nighttime, that's what it is. It's a blackout. Everything was dark as shit. It was literally blackness.
I wonder why.
I couldn't see nothing. except like people with their flashlights and shit. Like,
they usually don't.
I did not know.
Some people get unlucky
in my
and
neighborhood
are out of power for
at
like
that time,
fucking days.
Yeah, I was living among some dumbasses.
Some dumbasses.
As long as you go outside during a blackout, you just asking to be fucked with.
Well, if it's during the day and the power's out, which is what happened yesterday, we didn't go outside, but we probably should have, because can't see a damn thing.
No comment, I'm sorry. But yeah, blackouts are they are scary as hell. Nah, I was outside too. No, I mean, back up. I was not outside. I was definitely inside. But that was my only time experiencing a blackout, and I hope I don't experience it again, because it's so fucking scary. Like,
there ain't nothing to be scared of unless there's somebody there to murder you or rape you.
It was so dark. Just darkness, yo. You couldn't even...
Darkness. Anybody
I
remember that
lied
guy?
to you not. It was so dark that you barely could see a hand in front of your face. Ridiculous.
It happens from time
when you
to
have
time.
motherfuckers driving outside, people outside just walking, be like, then I heard people talking about some, hey, it's a blackout, right? Yeah, man, hey, what a party at? No, bitch, no party. Like, what did you talk about? No.
What a party.
But if you ever experienced a blackout, let me know that in the comment section below. I feel like the one with the first story, I feel like he was really fucking up, because why would you? He was already fucking up, because he was in a basement, or building a basement, right? So technically, he was in a basement. So if you have a basement, you fucking up, right?
If you have a basement, you fucking up. I have a basement. So am I fucking up? Anybody that has a basement. That makes no sense, Gator.
So he was already in there. He heard this shit. right? You knew your peoples was already outside. So you should have got the fuck. You should have, once you get the second you heard, you should have got the fuck up out of there and never looked back, right? And possibly, you know, finish your job during the daytime, right? Not.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.